Shri Sathya Bhavai Namaha. Pranams at the lotus feet of dear Lord Swami, dear brothers and sisters, Sai Ram. Thinking of Swami, singing His glory, singing His bhajans gives immense joy, immense pleasure. You see, when you sing the glories of God in the bhajans, it soothes the mind, and then our voice, our pran, they are all connected. Our mind and our the voice and our breath are connected together in singing the glories of the Lord. So we receive His grace like that. And there are many ways in which we've been receiving His grace. And all those devotees all around the world, and especially those who are very fortunate to have had the close darshan of Bhagavan Shri Sathya Baba, had the chance to be at His lotus feet and listen to His divine words, keep looking at His divine face, smiling face. It really gladdens our heart, gives peace and bliss in us. And all those devotees, yes, especially those students of Bhagavan Shri Sathya Baba, are really very fortunate. They had umpteen number of chances for so many years to have the close proximity of Bhagavan Shri Sathya Baba. There's one incident that or I should call it a declaration, which is very significant. And the declaration was on the 17th of May, 1968. Bhagavan was giving a discourse on the Shri Sathya Sai Baba Seva organization in Dharam Kshetra in 1968. And then at the end of the session, he said, all of you are very fortunate that you having my darshan so freely. And these darshans were very durlabh, very, very difficult, even for those saints and sages many, many years ago. And here you're getting so freely. So he says, after my darshan, he says, wait for the darshan to have an effect upon you. And the significance of the darshan is very nicely mentioned in Swami's this little leaflet, and there I read it to you, where he says, always find a quiet corner after my darshan. My energy goes from me as I pass in front of you. If you proceed to talk immediately, the energy received by you dissipated, wasted, and returns to me unused. So we have to be ready, deserving, with a nice, quiet, silent mind to receive His energy and let it have an effect upon our consciousness. But rest assured that whatever my eyes see become vitalized and transmitted, you are being changed day by day. उनके दर्शनों का जो लाभ होता है, if I speak in Hindi for a little while, in the Ramcharitammanas also it is written, Bhagavan Shri Ram said to Ma Shabri, Mam darshan fal anupa जीव पावे निज अपना your own सहज स्वरूप है ना. If you receive the darshan of Bhagavan avatar, and then his darshan does twofold. One, you get his darshan, fine, good, you feel very happy, joyful, full of bliss. At the same time, you realize yourself as who you truly are. You are a very blissful soul, and that is what it is. And then he says, never underestimate what is being accomplished by the act of darshana. My walking among you is a gift earned by the God's highest heavens, and here you are receiving daily His grace. Be thankful, but also remember that to whom much is given, from him much will be demanded. Now what did Sai Baba say? जिसको ज़्यादा दे देते हैं भगवान, उससे वो कुछ लेते नहीं हैं. What is there to give? The world is given by him, created by him. He created it, he is supporting it. The Prakriti, he is supporting it. And from this Prakriti came this body, given by the Lord. And the Prakriti, the nature, the five elements are nourishing this body. So everything is his also. What is there in me that I can give it to the Lord? That is a wrong feeling, ignorance. And what is that ignorance can be? The ignorance is the feeling that I am this body. This body is perishable. You saw everybody who comes, lives, stays, works, does action for the God or for himself and gets the fruit accordingly. And then when the curtain falls, and the body is left. So it is a transit body. And we are staying in this rented house for which we have to pay the rent. The rent is love all and serve all. And then another thing is, there is another thing that we need to shed, that we have unnecessarily gathered in our mind. And what is that? And that is, when you look outside the world, and where eyes fall upon the objects, we get attracted to it. Attraction, and that is called attachment. And when you get attached to something, you want to get it. When you want to get it, and that creates a desire in you. And when the desire is fulfilled, then the greeds come. When the greed comes, then you want to more and more and more and more. You get more and more involved in the world. See the process? So if your desire is not met, then the krodha, the anger comes. Anything that comes between you and your object of desire, the krodha, the anger comes. When the anger comes, it clouds our intellect, buddhi ko nasht kar deta hai. And then what happens? It's like a chariot with the driver inside, the chariot, the sarthi, becoming unaware, and you know what can happen to a chariot like that. So that is what has to be shed, has to be given away, has to be given away. So this attachment is the root cause of all this. And how Swami has taught attachment to all of us is the time to reflect upon. You see, when Sathya, he was born as Sathya, you know how his mother used to, Giri Amma used to go to her neighbor's house, Subhava, where the recitation of Satyanarayan Katha was going on. And so his name was kept as Satyanarayana. And of course, Raju was his surname, family name. So to make it short, when he was in the 6th standard, then his brother, Sheshwa Raju, took Sathya to Malipuram. And there, after 1 year, he brought him back to Hampi. And there, he was in his school, he was a brilliant student. He used to compose poems and songs and plays and whatnot. He was a brilliant student. And everybody thought that he's a wise man, he's a realized boy, you see. And then he came in contact with the municipal councillor there. And that municipal councillor realized his greatness, and then he presented him with a collar gold pin. And the collar gold pin Sathya was wearing. I'm very happy about it. And then the incident which happens next is most important. I have thought about it many times. I've been trying to go over it again and again, and I'm praying to Lord, oh Lord, what you thought at that time, please let us also think about it and be relieved. From the house, he walked about 10 steps and the golden pin was lost. So he started looking for the golden pin. Where is the golden pin? Where is the golden pin? And then he went forward and back and forth in the muddy. See, he was wearing chappal or not wearing chappal in the dusty road. He was trying to find the golden pin. He couldn't find the golden pin. And then suddenly he stood up. And then he realized, oh my God, my mind got stuck because the golden pin was lost. I lost my mind. See? And that golden pin became the object of attachment. Immediately Sai Baba said, my attachment is gone. The awareness has come. Not to be attached to the world. Look at the world, yes, like we look in a camera, but don't click. Like we look on a TV and we are not affected by what happens on the TV. So that's the way we look at the world. The world is that is it. It's a beautiful world. God has created birds and the bees and the trees and the mountains, the rivers, the sun and the moon, everything, and the flowers, everything God has created. Beautiful, enjoy it. But that's it. Enjoy and leave them there. World ko keep it outside, don't keep it inside. Otherwise it starts bothering you. So Sai Baba, that time Sathya realized, and then this attachment was making me walk down with the world, the objects of the world. And when that was gone, then he was free. We have to shed today that attachment. How do we shed that attachment? Because these are ingrained in our mind. And how do we purify our mind so that all these negativities goes out of the mind is our endeavor. This is what we need to practice every day, apart from bhajan, kirtan, pujanam, everything that we do, we should continue as it is. जो कुछ कर रहा है बहुत अच्छा कर रहा है, please keep on doing it. You're doing fine, you're on the right track. But at the same time, find time, probably early in the morning, to know how to silence your mind. Today, I was reading about this in the Upanishad, and this Upanishad is Nad Bindu Upanishad. In that Upanishad, in the second chapter and part 3, it says very nicely that the Nad, this primal sound, which जो कांच की होती है, the sound, शंख की जो ध्वनि होती है, look how the शंख की ध्वनि कैसे होती है, ध्यान का देखना और देखो फिर देखो. See, शंख की ध्वनि ऐसे होती है, beginning, stay and merging, उत्पत्ति, स्थिति और लय. And this is what is Om. The nature of the world, the sansar, the jagat is like that, Om. So when we chant Om, we have the same look, this is the science behind chanting Om. I'll try and chant once, and only with one difference. When we chant Om, the beginning, your mind should be attached there. As long as the sound of Om is there, your mind should stay continuously attached with every sound of the Om. A, U, and M. Ma. A, U, Ma. And then you will find see how effective will it be. You will find when the mind merges back into the eternity, and that is the time, that is the place, that is the realization of the silence, and that is what the truth is, that is what you really are. That silence where there is only nothing but peace and bliss. Let's try once. Nadopanishad says the sound, the mind gets connected with the sound, like it gets connected with the breath. The mind you cannot control, but with the breath you can control the mind, because breath is under our control. To bring the mind under control, we connect it with the breath, like outgoing breath, ingoing breath, and then we slow down our breath, the mind also slows down. The idea is chit vritti nirodha. That means the variations in the mind is what we have to control, so that we attain a completely silent mind. So इसके अंदर भी बहुत अच्छा लिखा हुआ है कि जो माइंड है ये अपने वो नाद बिंदु के साथ में, and then when it merges finally, it merges into eternity. And what remains when there is no sound, what remains is the world is not there, which was created by the mind. What remains is the peace and the anandam, and that is what it is. So we should practice this, and once we practice this slowly, it gets engraved in our consciousness, and then we become tend to become silent. So this is not a one-day thing. It requires a constant practice of meditating, on Om, or even a candle. The idea is to control our mind by something that you can control, and that is the breath you can control, and the sound is also you can control. So if you connect your mind with the breath or the sound, you can control your mind. And you can control your mind by looking at the tip of the candle also. Keep looking at the tip of the candle, and then practice. See, keep looking at the tip of the candle. Move it around in your eyes, and then removing all the darkness from the eyes. From now, the eyes will not see anything which is unholy. Move the tip of the candle to your ears. There is a God sitting there now. You won't hear anything which is not good, which is not right. Your ears are now tuned. Sab kamal ke patte ki tarah ho gaye. Now bring the light slowly to your mouth. From your mouth now, you will not utter anything which is unholy, not sweet, which is not truth. You will only utter what is the truth, and you will utter the truth sweetly and silently and humbly. Similarly, you take this light on your hands, and now your hands are in the service of the Lord, and then it will be placed in the service of the Lord, and the Lord is existing in the hearts of all people. So you are in fact serving the humanity, you are serving the Lord. Manav Seva, Seva is Manav Seva. Madhav Seva, Seva. Similarly, when the light goes, light of awareness, light of intelligence, when the light goes to your feet, it will take you only to the path of places where you should go. Places of satsang, places of seva, places of worship, places of service, and the places that keep you on the right track. So this way we are training our mind, and when the mind finally enters the third vision here, that is buddhi, and the buddhi gets illuminated, and the buddhi gets illuminated, and the buddhi gets illuminated, then it becomes silent, and then it realizes its own self. Kaise? How? You see, in the Mansarovar lake, you see the reflection of the Kailash Parvat in the Mansarovar lake. So also, we see the reflection of our Atma that is ever steady, because it is everywhere. When it is everywhere, it doesn't have to go anywhere. Everywhere steady, all around, all pervading. The reflection of that in the mind is this thought, I am, and that is the Jiva Atma, and that is the knowledge of the self. And slowly with this practice, silencing your mind, you become to realize your own divinity, and the own divinity is peace and bliss within us. How does this all come? It comes only by the grace of the Guru, by the grace of Bhagwan, by the grace of whoever you believe in. We had the fortunate, we were very fortunate, all of you are very fortunate that we all had the privilege to see our Bhagwan, Shri Sathya Sai Baba. By looking at him, merely looking at him, not even reading all these discourses, teachings and everything, his a smile, his cool, pleasing face immediately grants peace and bliss in us. So my dear, we must stop here. We'll leave it for us to practice again and again in the morning, early morning time, as early as you can get up with all that rituals done. Sit quietly, chant Om, Sai Ram, any name that you prefer, Krishna, Shiva, Sathya Sai Baba, Sai name, or like the Upanishads say, भगवान की असीम कृपा, जय साई राम, जय साई राम, जय साई राम। समस्त लोका सुखिनो भवन्तु, भगवान जय साई राम।